Hai, I'm Arihta Sembiring Depari from 12 IPS 3. Today, I will tell you a story about Sang Kuryang for English performance test. Hope you enjoy! Once upon a time, in West Java, lived a wise king named Sungging Purbangkara. He had a very beautiful daughter. Her name was Dayang Sumbi. Dayang Sumbi liked weaving very much. Once in the morning, she was weaving a cloth. Then, one of her tools fell to the ground. She was very tired at the time, so she was too lazy to take it. Then she just shouted loud, "Hello? Anybody there? Can someone bring me my tool? I will give you a special present if you want to help me. If you are female, I will take you as my sister. If you are male, I will marry you." Suddenly a dog came. His name was Tumang. He brought her the falling tool. The young Sumbi was very surprised. She regretted her words, but she couldn't deny it. So she had to marry Tumang and leave her father. Then they lived in a small village. Several months later, they had a son. His name was Sangkuriang. He was a handsome and healthy boy. Sangkuriang liked hunting very much. He often went hunting to the wood using his arrow. When he went hunting, Tumang always with him. In the past, there were many deer in Java, so Sangkuriang often hunted for deer. One day, Dayang Sumbi wanted to have deer heart. She asked Sangkuriang to hunt for a deer. Then Sangkuriang went to the wood with his arrow and his faithful dog Tumang. But after several days in the wood, Sangkuriang couldn't find any deer. They were all disappeared. Sangkuriang was exhausted and desperate, but he didn't want to disappoint her mother, so he killed Tumang. At that time, he didn't know that Tumang was his father. At home, he gave Tumang's heart to her mother, but Dayang Sumbi knew that it was Tumang's heart. She was so angry that she couldn't control her emotion. She hit Sangkuriang at his head. Sangkuriang was wounded. There was a scar in his head. She also repelled her son. Sangkuriang left her mother in sadness. Many years passed, and Sangkuriang became a strong young man. He wandered to everywhere. One day, he arrived at his own village, but he didn't realize it. There he met Dayang Sumbi. At the time, Dayang Sumbi was given an eternal beauty by God, so she stays young forever. Both of them didn't know each other, so they fell in love and then decided to marry. But then, Dayang Sumbi recognized a scar on Sangkuriang's head. She knew that Sangkuriang was his son. It was impossible for them to marry. She told him, but Sangkuriang didn't believe her. He wished that they can marry soon. So Dayang Sumbi gave a very difficult condition for Sangkuriang. She wants Sangkuriang to build a lake and a boat in one night. She said she needed that for honeymoon. Then Sangkuriang agreed. With the help of genie and the spirit, Sangkuriang tried to build them. On the midnight, he had finished the lake by building a dam in Citarum River. Then he started building the boat. It was almost done when he nearly finished it. Meanwhile, Dayang Sumbi kept watching on them. She was very worried when she knew this, so she made light in the east. When the genie and the spirits see light on the east, they thought that it was already down. It was time for them to leave, and then they left Sangkuriang alone. Without their help, Sangkuriang couldn't finish the boat. Sangkuriang was very angry. He kicked the boat, then the boat turned out to be Mount Tangkuban Perahu. It means boat upside down. From a distance, it looks like a boat upside down. And the end. Thank you.